Welcome to Finding Myself Through Obesity. Oh my goodness, one last week in my house and so many things are going through my head right now. I am like, what the heck am I doing? I'm seeing all of my stuff that I've collected the last 15 years in this house be cleaned. I've had a lot of mixed emotions come up this week because I have actually 6 more days in my home, and I am kind of freaking out, like thinking about living in a trailer, having no idea what it's going to look like. I'm worried about moving away from all of the things that I know, moving away from my friends, from all the things that I've been comfortable with this, pretty much my whole life. And I've been kind of freaking out. I'm not going to lie, but I also had this thought this morning that we don't grow without pain. Even though it is difficult, my life is difficult daily because of how big my body is, but I have it pretty easy. As I'm going to move an hour away, the first thing I want to do is work because I want to have a social circle. I want to get out. I don't want to be isolated. And so it's kind of interesting how when I'm in this house and I have so many friends around and I have so many things I can do, I am okay not working, and I'm just doing this podcast and I'm dreaming about possibly what I might create in the future, but I'm not really making steps forward or taking steps forward to make things happen. I'm kind of floating around doing what's comfortable still. And so I'm just being reminded that we need to get out of our comfort zone, and sometimes we're forced out of that comfort zone. And I feel like that's what's happening to me. I have to keep going back to the time where I was prompted to leave this home, and I have to remember that this is the next step for me, even if it's uncomfortable. And the fact that it's going to be uncomfortable is probably why I am needing to do it, and why it's going to help me grow, and why I feel like it's going to help me move out of this stuck place. I have a lot of allergies because there's so much dust in my house, and so I've been sneezing a lot, and my allergies are really flaring up, but that's okay. 6 more days, I can do it, and I know when I move out there, I want to make sure that I'm doing my meditating and that I'm really connecting with God and connecting with myself. I've not been very good about that with so many distractions around me. So I am looking forward to that. And I know that God is with me. He's with my family, and He knows what is best for me. And so I'm going to keep pushing forward, even though I'm scared, even though this is different and it's uncomfortable. I'm going to push forward, and I'm going to be doing some videos on YouTube. Lately, I have been kind of not wanting to be on social media, and I don't know if it's because I'm feeling stuck, so we'll see what happens with that. But I wanted to do some videos about the area that I'm in, like the house that I have been living in, and then, my situation that I'm living in out there, and just kind of document all of it, because there are a lot of things that need to align in my life for me to have the life that there's just a lot of shifting that needs to be done, so I'm not staying comfortable, so that I can get out of these habits of eating too much and turning to food. And anyway, the healing process is not easy, and I know me moving out of this house is part of that healing process. Even though it feels like I'm so stuck, I know that I'm still moving forward. So thank you for those who are following me and are continuing to listen, and who are sending your encouragement to my journey. One of the things I would absolutely love to do is to be able to reinvent my life to where I am not needing to turn to this food anymore, and that it's not a hard choice to make all the time. So I'm not constantly wishing that I could eat. And if I could do that, if I could learn the skill, if I could learn the ways that we could change, especially for young kids, that are struggling with their weight. I worry so much about these little kids who don't know how to comfort themselves except with food. I wish that I knew how to help them, because I can't even imagine, being a person who is heavy as an adult is so different than being heavy as a little kid. The kids are so mean. They just, there's so many people that just say the truth, and it's hard because when we're heavy, we don't want to be heavy, and it's almost like we don't want to accept the fact that we are heavy. And so I would absolutely love to be able to find some answers. We can find not just a way to just take away the food and learn how to cope without it, but really dig in and figure out how we can have the desire to do better for ourselves and to take better care of our bodies because we want to, because we love ourselves, because we appreciate our bodies. And that's the shift that I'm hoping this journey will help me learn, so that I can pass it on and teach it, so that I can help others not have to suffer. So anyways, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here with me. I know it's been tough, but there are a handful of you that are sticking here with me, and I'm so grateful. Sometimes I wonder why I'm doing this, but then these things come to me, like thinking about helping other kids or other people who are like me and feel like there's no hope. I want to dig in and do the hard work and learn who I am. Learn who I really am. I don't know that I ever learned who I really am. My whole life I looked to see who everyone else wanted me to be. So this is my time to figure out who I am. What do I love? What do I want to do? What am I good at? How can I serve God's children? How can I serve myself, my husband, my family? What is the best version of me that can give back to the world and make it a better place? I love you guys. Next week, when I do my podcast, I'm going to be out on my property living in a trailer. It's going to be crazy. We'll talk to you then.